This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Sunday, April 14th. We continue our severe weather alert day. Thunderstorms and harsh winds are expected this morning and later this afternoon. We'll check in with meteorologist Shane Smith for the latest. Shane, how does it look out there right now?
Taylor, right now we are watching some moderate to heavy rain roll across pinpoint Doppler on eastern Kentucky, and you can see the best concentration of that is down around Lake Cumberland, but also a few showers along US 23 running up through Louisa and back towards the west between Painesville, Syersville, West Liberty, and Moorhead. Those showers lifting off to the east and northeast. Here's that heavier concentration down near Somerset and Monticello. Also some heavier rains down around Cumberland Falls and Williamsburg. That will lift off to the northeast. Even outside of thunderstorms today, winds may gust around 40 miles per hour, and because of that we have a wind advisory. Severe weather outlook today calling for an enhanced risk of severe weather. That's a 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, and that is for most of eastern Kentucky. But notice the I-75 corridor down to a 2 out of 5, a slight risk. Temperatures right now running into the 50s to 60s. Notice those winds are picking up with the rain down in Monticello up to a 21 mile per hour wind gust, and we are seeing that rain going to continue to work off to the north and the east throughout the afternoon. And future view showing that line of storms moves through during the afternoon, and that's when we'll see our best chance of severe weather as temperatures top out into the upper 70s. We will map the impacts of that severe weather coming up here in just a few minutes, Taylor.
All right, thanks, Shane. This severe weather system is threatening large parts of the South, and it's already caused extensive devastation in East Texas, including the deaths of 2 children. CBS News' Hillary Lane has the latest.
Severe weather pummeled the Southwest on Saturday, hitting parts of East Texas especially hard.
Demolished this house, the next house, the next house.
The Angelina County Sheriff's Office confirmed 2 children, ages 8 and 3, were killed. The children were sitting in the backseat of a car when a tree fell on it.
There's a lot of brick homes that are flattened. I've seen homes that have actually moved across county roads.
The April storms caused extensive damage and at least a dozen injuries. A suspected tornado pounded the small city of Franklin, about 125 miles south of Dallas.
The winds was knocking motorists off the road and into the ditches.
The winds also toppled houses and power lines and even turned this truck onto its side.
And it hit my house. All I could hear was just like a freight train coming through.
A large weather system making its way through the South is the culprit. In Louisiana, the storm system dumped heavy rain, causing flash flooding that left cars and trucks struggling to drive through submerged roads and highways. Forecasters say the system should shift to the Ohio Valley and Southeast on Sunday. Hillary Lane, CBS News, New York.
In case you missed it, severe weather is also affecting Sunday's Masters Golf Tournament on CBS. It's been moved up to 9 a.m. Eastern Time because of heavy rain in the forecast for Augusta, Georgia. And the weather was not bad yesterday, but on Friday, a short storm damaged many vendors. A Hillbilly Days staple, Miss Piggy's Pork Shop, is one of the vendors that caught the worst of the storm. A cartoonist vendor nearby was flipped upside down and the tent torn. Thankfully, they had an extra tarp for their tent. Eleni Jimenez recalls the moments leading up to the storm.
We were seeing on the apps and nothing was showing up there. So we thought, oh, okay, it will just pass us. It won't hit us here. Oh, it hit us here.
During that storm, 1 person was taken to Pikeville Medical Center, while 4 others with minor injuries refused treatment. Even our anchor Steve Hensley was caught in the storm live on air. Here's a clip from yesterday's 5:30 newscast.
We'll do the best we can here. I hope you can still hear me.
Thankfully, Steve was not injured in Friday's storm. We finished the newscast from our nearby Pikeville bureau. Steve says it's definitely something he won't forget. And multiple events throughout the day kept guests entertained. Big Sandy Road runners held a 5K, 10K, and a 2-mile walk. The proceeds go to Shriners Children's Hospital. Thousands of people also lined the streets for the annual parade. It lasted nearly 1 hour, but if you missed it, don't worry. We have a commentary of the parade from our Mary Ann Fletcher and Brandon Robinson on our Facebook page. And also at Hillbilly Days yesterday morning, the political stump speeches began. This year, the annual event hosted gubernatorial candidates. The primary election will be on May 21st. Voters will elect Kentucky's governor, Rodney Atkins, Andy Beshear, Matt Bevin, Adam Edelin, Robert Goforth, and Goforth's running mate, Mike Hogan, were there. Each candidate had 3 minutes to speak to the crowd. We spoke with a few of them before their speeches.
Eastern Kentucky needs a governor, to be very honest, to give the focus that is needed for our region to help rebuild our economy and provide the kind of jobs our people need and deserve.
We've got to fight to keep the jobs we've got, and we've got to fight to build the jobs of the future, and I'm the only candidate who has a proven track record of doing that, particularly here in Eastern Kentucky.
Kentucky deserves a governor that is going to restore humility and dignity to that office. A governor that treats everyone in Kentucky, regardless of who you are, where you're from, how much money you're worth.
The event lasted around 2 hours. Stump speeches are a throwback to another era of politics. We were not able to meet up with Andy Beshear. In addition to the event, yesterday Bevin made a stop in Martin County to discuss key issues. You can find more on our website at WYMT.com. And experiencing Kentucky scenery on 2 wheels. Laurel County's annual Redbud ride began early yesterday morning, giving locals and out-of-towners a chance to exercise and smell the redbud trees. Yesterday I was there as cyclists aired up their tires and fastened their helmets. Peace and quiet, something these cyclists look forward to experiencing on country roads.
You know, this is the Redbud ride, so it's beautiful this time of year.
Nearly 950 bikes invited from across the country and the world to cruise down London's main streets.
You're like flying 3 feet off the ground down the country road, flying down a hill. Then you have a challenge of climbing back up a hill and, you know, weaving around turns. It's just a thrill, really.
Volunteers prepared breakfast and lunch, gearing riders up for 4 routes, 24, 34, 62, and 100 miles long.
We'll have riders that are going to be coming back in from the shorter routes, the 20 and 30 mile routes in the next hour or so, and then every now and then you'll see a few people roll in closer to 5 or 6 o'clock.
Locals say for the cycling capital of Kentucky, this tradition is well past a decade old.
We're actually somewhat famous when you think about it.
So why stop a good thing? Proceeds go to downtown London to help make a small Eastern Kentucky city more of a destination.
Hosting events like this is really showcasing why people love to live, work, and play in London, Kentucky.
But not all can play too hard.
Oh, we leave it to the cyclists.
We leave it to the cyclists.
It's been a few years.
In Laurel County, Taylor Upchurch, WYMT Mountain News. For updates on next year's ride, organizers say you can simply follow Redbud Ride on Facebook. And an emotional message from a father who wants to find his daughter. We're hearing from Savannah Spurlock's father, who gave a heartfelt message on Facebook as the number of days she's been missing reaches 100. WKYT's Phil Pendleton has more on what the missing young woman's father had to say.
We miss Savannah so much.
Cecil Spurlock taking to Facebook today to share his heart.
Glimmers of hope are often overshadowed by nightmarish visions of what may have happened or what may be happening to our little girl.
It's been 100 days since his daughter disappeared.
Where is Savannah? What happened to her? We miss Savannah so much.
The young mother of 4 was last seen leaving a Lexington bar on January 4th. Police believe she left with 3 men and she likely went to Garrett County. They tell us they've conducted numerous searches of that area.
We miss how funny she was and her sense of humor. She was our daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, a niece, a mother, and a friend to so many.
Friends, volunteers, and strangers have joined the effort to find Spurlock, and her father says that's been the one good thing that's come from this terrible event that has rocked them to their core.
Through what at times feels like overwhelming despair over the past 3 months, we also feel overcome with gratitude. There are so many people and groups that we feel eternally grateful towards.
He says they have been blessed and uplifted by so many selfless people who have worked or donated to their cause. Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Spurlock reminds people of the $10,000 reward being offered to the person or persons that provides the tip to find Savannah Spurlock. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, April 15th came up on us quickly. Jill on Money tells us more about the deadline for filing your taxes.
And the first round of showers and storms expected today is currently moving through the mountains, but it's the second round this afternoon that could cause some problems. We'll look at the severe weather potential right after this.